Gemini, welcome to I'm the Monad Tarot. Thank you so much for choosing me and trusting me with your reading. I certainly hope and pray that all is well. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. Welcome to new members. Welcome to new subscribers. Welcome to those who are returning. I appreciate your love and support. Become a member here at I'm the Monad Tarot, where we have early access to videos, members only videos, as well as monthly readings. Gemini, I'll be doing your reading here from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Let me get you some good shuffles in, and we will begin your reading for Gemini. What do we have for Gemini here? All right, Gemini, give you a nice three-way split. All right, Gemini, let's get into it here. All right, Gemini, I feel like, bring that down some. Get this out of the way. Okay. I was hearing you want to build a home, and then I heard that I'm building me a home. Ain't that the spiritual, the Negro spiritual? But nevertheless, I feel like this is what you are aiming to do. I'm hearing, looking to do. Okay, looking for your 10 of Cups. Okay, wanting a home. I'm hearing something about factor. Has to be a factor or it factor or something like that. Okay, but you are wanting. I'm hearing wanting to invest in property. Okay, an establishment. I'm hearing a home. Okay, family, friends. I'm hearing I'm hearing neighborhood, community. Okay, love, resources. Okay, I feel like this is something that you're thinking about. Maybe not taking action on as of yet. I'm hearing, but you're aiming to. Okay, I'm hearing something. I heard circular motion. I don't know what that means for this at this point in time. Okay, but that's what you're looking to do. Looking for some kind of balance. And I'm also hearing determination. Okay, you may feel like you're not looking for, I heard love in all the wrong places, but then I heard love in previous places. Okay, so maybe there's nobody from your past that you're looking to build this, I'm hearing establishment with. Okay, so maybe you look at, well, it is kind of an establishment, marriage, okay, and building a home together with someone. Okay, you may fear that you're not being seen, or that maybe you feel like you're not ready for it in a way. There's some aspects that you're not ready for in terms of leadership skills or leadership qualities, okay, in regards to, Lord, honey, I'm hearing manufacturing a home. Okay, establishment, manufacturing. So I feel like there's a look here, and maybe you kind of look at it as a business, okay, which, look at that confirmation, which essentially, it is, okay. I feel like you want to make an offer here, okay, to someone, or you want to make sure that the person that you make an offer to is prosperous, financially abundant, and someone that can hold their own, okay, someone that is relevant, I'm hearing, when it comes to material matters. Okay, I am hearing focuses of the heart, so maybe that's what your heart is focused on. Okay, the material aspects. Okay, can this person, I'm hearing, can they own a home, can they own a property? So you want to make sure they have the funding, the resources, that they're doing well financially, okay, or at least that they have the potential to do well financially. Okay, someone who can take care of house and home. All right. Maybe you're not so much focused on Okay, I want to say star energy, not someone necessarily who is, you want them to be able to take care of, um, excuse me, that threw me off there, that notification. I feel like you want to make sure, once again, that someone who can take care of the home, who can take care of the home, all right, property. It's a lot about property, okay? But also I don't feel like you're looking for someone who is necessarily maybe above you, but I don't know if it's so much above you as they don't have to be out in the forefront, basically, okay? And this is something that you are trying to manifest. You want to be out in the forefront, but they don't have to be out in the forefront, okay? As long as they can take care of home, I'm hearing the ability to household. Then I heard the ability to household chores, okay? But let's continue on here. Okay, this is what you're working on, what you're trying to manifest. I kind of feel like you're not giving this, okay, a couple things. Either you're not giving this like too much thought in this regard. What I mean is the things that were mentioned is what's important to you, period. Okay, it's like nothing more, nothing less. Okay, that's what you're focused on. But it's also a feeling of don't limit yourself. Okay, like don't, if you were to meet someone and you found that maybe they, didn't have a lot of money, or maybe they couldn't buy a property or something like that. It's like, don't limit yourself, because just because they can't at that moment that you meet that person doesn't mean that they won't be able to later on or in the long run. Okay, you want someone here though. The interesting thing is you definitely want someone who can give to you as equally as you give to them, but I'm not quite sure that you care that much about love. Okay, again, I'm hearing, establishment, property, manufacture, those types of words. So it's not so much I don't it's not much about heart, it's not much about love here. Okay, well, we saw what the heart was, what was stated. Okay, so it's kind of like, then if you want them to be able to give to you as much as you give to them, then they're going to give to you as much as you can give to them. So if you only want to give a little bit, then know that that's what you will receive in return. And I think that's why it's kind of like this Eight of Swords is in reverse. Don't be limited in your thinking, and like take some time to really think about what it is that you are desiring, okay, in manufacturing this property. That's a home, okay. I don't know, are you looking at the person as a property as well? But I'm not saying you are, but that's kind of like what it can be looked at like that, okay. Understand that the person that you give to will only give you the abundance that you give to them. So if you want them to be able to do those things that was mentioned earlier, make sure that you know that you have to give equally to that person in whatever you feel that you want to give. Okay. All right. I don't know. There's some kind of judgment situation here. Okay. Some kind of judgment call. And it feels like there is, like you might be kind of defensive, guarded, maybe even slightly fearful of something. Okay, and there's some regret about something and loss. It's like I'm hearing like you don't want to lose again. Okay, because I'm hearing like you lost before, lost in the past, and I'm hearing this time not so much. So this time you don't want to lose again. Maybe you were married before and in the divorce, or maybe the person wasn't able to meet your needs or your wants, your desires, or maybe you weren't able to meet theirs. But you experienced some kind of loss, and feel like I don't know, I kind of feel like you might be kind of wallowing in that. Okay, I feel like, again, that's why that Eight of Swords is in reverse. Like, don't cage yourself up mentally, even based on things in the past. Okay, like renew. Like that Star card is in reverse, but like, renew yourself. Okay, I'm hearing come clean, but be cleansed of the old energy. Okay, it's no longer you, and focus forward here. Okay, like, don't allow yourself to make decisions from poor decisions from the past. Okay, renew yourself, renew your energy. I definitely see the institution here, okay, of the marriage and the marital home. And like I said, maybe you were married before, and maybe before you even kind of rushed into it. Okay, so take all that into consideration. Don't if it was a thing from the past and it didn't go well and all that type of thing, don't allow yourself to think about what happened in the past. You were a different person. Maybe you rushed into it. Okay, and we're impetuous, but that may not be your energy now. And of course, you don't want to rush into anything and be impetuous, but don't think about the mistakes of the past as though that you will make that current mistake. Now, if you haven't done anything to maybe go within and look at yourself, I'm here in retreat. Okay, those old energies, okay, and heal or come to an understanding of why you did what you did, why you made the choices you made, why you from the past, then yeah, you might still be in that energy. Okay, but I am hearing renew, cleanse. Okay, and I'm hearing set free, like set yourself free, set your mind free, set your spirit free, your soul free. You don't have to live, okay, the way you did before. Okay, it's time for something new, to renew yourself. Okay, and the renewal comes, of course, from us renewing ourselves. All right, yeah, like this Nine of Swords energy, like in the reverse, don't be in that state of mind. Don't torture yourself, okay, about the past and thinking that it's got to be just, what you wanted again, but thinking this has to be just, cold and all, it's got to be this way or no way because of what happened before and all of that type of thing, okay? Hopefully, again, just renew yourself, okay, and come to an understanding of what you did in the past and why things went the way they did in the past. I'm hearing that shit is over and said and done, okay? And you may feel weak here, and you don't want to feel weak and vulnerable, okay? And maybe you do. And I do feel like that has to do with some of the regrets. It seems like there might be some wallowing in, what happened before. Okay, things can change, things can turn around, maybe not with that situation, but it doesn't have to be what it was before. Okay, your experience can be new, but you have to make them new is what I'm hearing. All right, let's continue on. Okay. I don't know, maybe even there might have been a lot of fighting, okay, in the past relationship. Might have just been the wrong time. Okay, you might have been young, not knowing yourself, all types of things here. Okay, but I definitely see you just don't want that shit to happen no more. Understandably so. Okay, understandably so. I do feel like you are taking your time, but it might just it seems as though it's very calculated. And I mean, sure, you want to be wise in your choices and your movements, but it seems as though it's more so you thinking that something, of course, in a way, like happened to you, but it also seems like not realizing, okay, what happened, why it happened, but from where you were, okay, who you were back then. Okay, I'm hearing renew. Okay, you might have even felt powerless in a situation, okay, from the past. Okay, you may have had some kind of dream, some kind of hopes here from the past. Okay, out here that just went awry. Okay, but I don't know. Again, renew. Know that you are a new person, a different person, and make just. I can't say it any more than I've already said it. Think about what you did, who you were back then, and maybe even the person that you chose back then. Okay, it's time. I'm hearing it's time for something new, time to build something new here. But you definitely don't want to find yourself. I feel like you're feeling like you don't want to be disillusioned, okay, and making the wrong choice. Okay. Here we have the Ten of Cups upright, and in the last row, the Ten of Pentacles upright. You definitely want something. I don't know. Definitely, prosperity or financial prosperity is important to you as well. I definitely see that. Okay, and I feel like you want to be kind of viewed. You have this desire to want your home and yourself, okay, your environment, to be viewed as welcoming, warm. I feel like you want to be looked at as a leader in your community, upstanding, outstanding. And again, you may not have felt that. You may feel that maybe you're not in that leadership spirit that you want to be in, or you may feel like you're not a leader, okay? I feel like it has to do with something that happened to you in your past. Maybe you were treated like you weren't a leader. Again, I feel like you felt powerless. But here it is like you want to be, I'm even here a community leader, a community teacher. I'm here community bound. I feel like you want to be admired. You want your home to be admired. You want even your home environment, your marital environment to be looked at by others as what people would aspire to, okay, and admire. But you feel like it's not going to happen. You feel like it's never going to come in. So I feel like you might kind of be in two minds here, okay, instead of really, really focusing on what you want and how you want it to be. I feel like you have this thing of what you want, but it's so much focus on what was, okay, how things were and how they didn't go well. And you might even feel some embarrassment or some guilt from the past, okay? And I'm hearing that you want to let go. And what I mean by that is that you may not think about it as you want to let go. It's like Spirit is like, no, let that go. You would want to let that go, okay? The past is said and done. It's over with, okay? I keep hearing cleanse and renew, okay? And know yourself. Again, you might now, but maybe you didn't then, okay? Mm. Mm. You might want to, if you are in a relationship now and you're thinking about, marrying that person, maybe you could get some premarital counseling. I feel like you need some kind of counseling in this regard, okay? In terms of, I'm hearing the marital home, bliss, and I'm hearing finances too, okay? That is important to you. But it's like, get some counseling. It's not saying something was wrong with you or nothing like that, okay? We all need some guidance, okay, in our lives, and some help here, okay? You will be renewed, I'm hearing. I feel like the counseling will help give you an understanding of where you were, okay, versus where you are now, okay, and how you can make I'm hearing a better decision or a quality decision and choice, okay, versus where you were before and what happened before. But it's some kind of devil energy here, okay. I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, it has to do, it's like this dark energy or this negative energy, okay? It's like it's hanging over your head. Something from the past, okay, is hanging over your head, and it's kind of like got you in this state of mind. It's kind of got you mentally bound, okay? I'm hearing frustrated even. I keep hearing renew, cleanse, okay, health, healing, okay. I'm even hearing something about desire, maybe the things you desire or you want. I feel like there's an energy of feeling like these things that you're thinking about, you know, they have to be able to be able to buy a property. They got to be able to take care of the home a certain kind of way. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a list of things that you want and desire, but it's almost like it's got you caged. But so much of it is built and based on, and the whole thing of looking at it as, you know, manufacturing and whatnot. It's like so much of the things that you're thinking about in regards to this, it's like it has so much to do with past energy, okay, as opposed to where you currently are, okay. I'm hearing like your mind is still stuck on the past, okay. You want hold on. I feel like you want friendship or you need friendship, and not just friendship, but the relationship, the marital relationship that you want. I feel like if you want it to be successful here, okay, and of course you do, make sure that it's not just about the things, the property, and looking at it manufacturing from such a business point of view. I'm not saying you can't have some of that in there. You probably should, but not so overwhelmingly so that, because there's nothing really about love. Okay, like just little, you know, maybe just a little bit, but I'm not really seeing that like that. It's like, make sure that it's based on that love is also there. Okay, that you love the person. All right, that you want to be with, or maybe a love of self. It's like, be friendly to yourself. It's like you're beating yourself up. That's what it feels like. Maybe like you're beating yourself up because of something that happened in the past once again. Okay. So it's like, you know, don't destroy yourself because of something that happened in the past. It's almost like you're imprisoning yourself. Okay. That's why that Eight of Swords is in reverse. It's like you're not being fair to yourself here. Okay. Oh, look at this. You can move forward. Okay, and you can move forward and have what you want, you desire, you know, with a lot of love there. Okay, kindness, I'm hearing, giving. All right, genuine, you know, almost childlike. I'm looking at this Six of Cups upright. You know, being more open, okay, to the process, okay, of, I am hearing again, self-renewal and love in a relationship as well as with yourself. I feel, look at this with the King of Pentacles upright and the Queen of Wands upright. Okay, so you can have that. You can be in this King of Pentacles status and continue to do well financially if you are, okay, or do well financially. I'm even hearing like if you own your own business or something like that, approach your own business with that. I feel like that's how you're approaching the marital situation, which it should, I can understand having some of that in mind, but also you want to actually be able to relate to the person as a human being and not just maybe make sure that the person, okay, is feeling as though that they're being loved as a person and they're being valued as a person, not just like a commodity, basically. Okay, with this Queen of Wands upright, you know, having someone, again, I do feel like that's important to you, who is self-sufficient, who is confident, who knows who they are and they know what they want. Okay, you know, you can build with that person, but make sure that you build in love. Okay, I do see the family here. Yeah, and I definitely feel like you're determined to have this at all costs, honey. Okay, you're gonna make it happen. I just feel like these are some things that you have to get through. Okay, and get through them so that this cycle from the past is closed. I see this transformation here and change. Okay, yeah, like just be more open. Be more open to yourself. Be more open to the possibilities. Be more open to what can really occur when love is actually there and not just people, once again, being looked at as a commodity. Because I feel like if you go into it with that kind of state of mind, you just got a tower here. It's going to come the same thing. And then it's like, you know, loss again, okay, of the world that you want, of what you tried to build here. All right. Okay. I feel like, let me see if there could be anything else for Gemini here with this. Yeah, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Like, let that past go. Like, let it go. Okay. Yeah, let it go, move on, be free, you know, so you can experience the bliss, enjoy that. I feel like I'm hearing like your heart desires. All right, Gemini. Okay. Because, yeah, right now with the Hangman upright, it's like you need to be enlightened. Look at this to yourself, okay? It's Four of Wands, to have the home that you want, but enjoy, okay? Celebration, fun, good times, you know what I mean? The bliss that it is that you desire, happiness, okay? Not so static, all right? I'm going to read from the Precious Gems Oracle, turquoise. Look at this, turquoise, friendship, all right? 36, your life path number might be 9. Okay. The stormy tide, the foggy shore, the darkened road, the way unknown, all shattered by a glimpse of blue. A lending hand, a thoughtful word, a loving act, stepping stones to clearer days, laid with the loving care of a friend. Darkness might come and go, but blue skies, like good friends, are eternal. Divinatory meaning. Yeah. Okay, darkness might come and go. The darkness, it didn't came, now, you know, it can go. You went through that already. But blue skies, like good friends, are eternal. Okay, so you want that friendship there. Okay, and, you know, to be treated, you know, you want yourself to be understood and treated as a human. So must your person. Okay, divinatory meaning, a friend takes pleasure in your happiness, a warm welcome, instinctively helping first and asking questions later, if at all. Assistance given without expectation or judgment. Look at this, overcoming the fear of being alone. Okay, affirmations, I am surrounded by friends. I am happy and fortunate. My friends are loyal and dependable. I am quick to find good company. I certainly hope that resonated with some Gemini. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monad Tarot. Please hype my videos, you all. You all have favor. Peace.